1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? I don't know why it wasn't working before. You guys, I was here talking like 5 minutes, super pumped up, super stoked, and I was doing it to myself. So I'm just going to start from the beginning. Let's just pretend that never happened. Let's just start from the beginning. I'm going to pretend like I never talked to myself. I'm going to say the same thing as I said before to myself, but to you guys. Guys, welcome. This is Real Deal Steven Steele coming to you live for a special after hours edition of Steven Steele Live. I've got so much to share with you tonight. We've got so much to be excited about, to be bullish about, to be excited about. I am fired up and ready to go. I am here and let's do this. The Doge is pumping. The community is pumping. We have the dogementum. It's time to do it to it. Who do we got in the chat? We've got a lot of familiar names and some new ones as well. A mix of both, which is what I love to see. I love it. Ariel, Awa, welcome. Hump, Deezy in the place. Scott, welcome back. Erectile Reptile, my man. Daniel Zapata Jr., welcome. Tony C., Donnie DeVille, RW, of course, Anthony Grant. And the list goes on. Esteban, what is up? Who else do we got? We got Schmoody. Schmoody, welcome back. And they keep just filtering in. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit that like button. I want you to smash that like button like you'd smash your first childhood celebrity crush. Also, if you're brand new here, welcome aboard to Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. I would love to have you join this eccentric, this fun, this a little bit weird community that we are building here each and every day. So I'd encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell and hit all on that notification bell, since this is predominantly a live streamed content. So you never have to miss or wonder when I go live for that late breaking news and these spontaneous fun streams like this one. And also, if you're already subscribed, I want you to take a second to hit all on that notification bell. 3 out of 4 people that subscribe to your YouTube channel never hit the notification bell. So hit the notification bell, hit all on that notification bell, and that way you never have to miss a late night party like this ever again. Why would you want to miss this? Why would you want to miss this, folks? Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, Steven. He says, even though there's a sweet shop dips happening everywhere right now, do you think it's a wise decision to wait for this potential grayscale Bitcoin trust to play out? That's a decent question. I guess, you can really overthink these things. What I advise on questions like this is, the bottom line is, do you think Dogecoin is a great investment long term? Are you of the mind frame, like I am, like many people are in this community, that Dogecoin in 2 years from now and 1 year from now and 3 years from now is going to be sitting exponentially better than where it is now? It's going to be worth exponentially more than where it's worth now. If the answer is yes, don't quiver over buying in 2 weeks or buying now. Right now is in my opinion, a great buying point. It's not like we're sitting at 50 cents and above anymore. We are at really good buying points right now. So if it were me, and this is not financial advice, in the words of my friend Crypto Batman, this is financial fried rice. Just go ahead, pull the trigger, get in, and do it to it. Yes, you guys. So Elon just tweeted about. Firstly, I believe I'm the one that coined the term, and I started using it ever since I first began going live 6 months ago or so, more than that, if I think about it. But I believe I first coined the term dogementum. Let's get that trending. Everybody use the hashtag dogementum. Even if you just tweet out simply hashtag dogementum, nothing else. Let's get this on fire. Let's get this going. So I am going to pop a link to that tweet. So feel free to RT it or just hashtag Hashtag your own tweet with the word dogementum in it. Let's get dogementum going. Let's bring the dogementum here. Let's get the grassroots Doge support, Doge-centric support out there. We've done it before. We can do it again. Let's pump it up. As Joe Budin once said, I am putting that in the chat. Let's get the Dogementum going strong, folks. Get the Dogementum going strong. Esteban, good to see you, my friend. Bringing it in for 50 turkey bucks. 50 Turkish. Thank you so much, Esteban. I always appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Currently in Turkey for vacation, but still managing to listen to the show. You the best, Stephen Steele, Beards and Doge. Beards and Doge. Beards and Doge. Everybody give it up for Beards and Doge. Doge and Beards. Beards and Doge. Everybody give it up for Beards and Doge. Yes, I love it. And congrats. Enjoy yourself out there. I've heard nothing but great things from Turkey as far as a vacation destination. And I heard the food is off the hizza. Off the hizza. So Esteban, P.S. I'm your number one fan. Well, thank you so much. A number one fan with a number one plan with great taste in vacation destinations. Esteban, thank you so much. Guys, we have a lot to be excited about. Let's get Dogementum trending, though. I think we can do it. We've got a small but powerful community here, because even though the community at Stephen Steele Live is a bit of a modest one, everyone here is so engaged. The engagement rate actually for our audience is actually way above average. So even though our numbers are a bit smaller than, let's say, Matt Wallace's community or Crypto Batman's community or Upshot's community, all people that I'm friends with, our engagement rates are through the roof. You guys are awesome. We have a super active, super vibrant, super killer community here. So I think just us here, it starts here, folks. It starts here. Getting Dogementum trending starts here. We can do it. We can make it happen. And we can make this thing spread. We can make it go wildfire. Crypto Batman already commenting on Dogementum on Twitter. He is loving it. He says Dogementos. I'm just commenting back. I love it. Help us get. I'm going to tell him right now. Let's get Dogementum trending, bruh. All right, guys. So let's just get down to it. Boppers. So a subject of much discussion lately. Matt Wallace tweeted out earlier today around lunchtime. He tweeted out, reminder, the Dogecoin update is coming soon. It will position Doge perfectly to become one of the most used cryptocurrencies in the world. And this is something I've been saying in a different matter of words. I've been posting videos about it, more in-depth information about it that I've been getting from a few of the Dogecoin developers, two of which have been on this program, Ross Nickel and the other gentleman his first name is eluding me right now. I can't believe it's Nick. Of course, Nick from Quebec. They have both been on the show, both excellent guests, both very smart guys, smarter than me, frankly. And they have given me an inside track for information about this pairing, about the future of Dogecoin in relation to Ethereum. And I have been posting those updates as soon as I can with the permission of those developers. So Matt tweeted that out at lunchtime. Elon Musk just responded to it. He responded to Matt directly less than an hour ago now. What did Elon Musk say? And guys, if you feel free to super chat anytime throughout this broadcast, it really is hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. Feel free to ask me whatever questions or leave whatever comments you want. And what did Elon say? Elon said Bitcoin and Ethereum are pursuing a multi-layer transaction system, but base layer transaction rate is slow and transaction cost is high. There is merit, in my opinion, to Doge maximizing base layer transaction rate and minimizing transaction cost, with exchanges acting as the de facto secondary layer. A little bit wordy there. But essentially what Elon is saying is that he is reaffirming how incredibly bullish he is on the mighty Doge, folks. Here Elon is repeating what we have been saying, what I have been barking on these airwaves, on the internet, for such a long time, recognizing the shortcomings of Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of its transaction speeds, in terms of its gas fees. They're both respectively excellent cryptocurrencies, but what not enough people know, but are quickly beginning to realize, that Doge is the perfect solution to both of these problems that and shortcomings that Bitcoin and Ethereum pose to us. Doge is faster than Bitcoin. It is faster than Ethereum. Its transaction speeds make Ethereum look slow. Its transaction speeds are faster than Ethereum's. Its gas fees are lower than Bitcoin for sure, and dramatically lower than Ethereum. Those mining fees are lower than Bitcoin's and dramatically lower than Ethereum's. And that, in part, is why the Ethereum Dogecoin pairing is so important and on the horizon. It's on the horizon, folks. It's going down. It's doing it to it. I love it. And we are going to make this happen. This is not a matter of speculation. This is not a matter of opinion. This is not a matter of wishing. This is a matter of record. It's a matter of fact, Jack, and you can take that to the bank. I've gotten confirmation from two main Dogecoin devs. The Ethereum Dogecoin pairing is already transpired as far as the development aspect goes, and being fine-tuned. It's being fine-tuned. This is happening so much more dramatically, faster and more efficiently than I ever thought it would go down, and many other people as well. Even Vitalik Buterin, when he mentioned it in that 3-hour podcast with Friedman, said it would probably take a while. But folks, this has happened in a matter of less than 2 months. Less than 2 months from when it first actually went public anyway, that this was something that was on Vitalik Buterin's mind, and something that the Dogecoin, some of the Dogecoin devs started talking about publicly anyway. So this is incredible development. So listen, people are saying that Doge is dead. People are saying that the heyday is over, that the party's over. Listen, pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Sell your Doge, put it in other things. Get out now. Get out of Dodge. Get out of Doge, because the ship is going down, folks. Well, let me tell you something. That is a bunch of bullshit. That is grade A horse dung. Yesterday and the day before, what have we seen? We've seen Ethereum and Dogecoin copy each other, mimic each other in tandem. Yes, it's true. Doge was down by 10% in one day yesterday. Not good. Not good. The media was saying Doge is done. Look how poorly Doge is doing. But what they weren't explaining to you, guess how much Ethereum was down yesterday? Guess what? About 10%. Guess what was happening? The charting on Dogecoin and the charting for Ethereum were practically the same yesterday and are practically the same today. So for every person that tells us that Doge is dead, by that metric, they are saying that Ethereum is dead. And nobody with two brain cells to rub together that's involved in cryptocurrency in any capacity would be stupid enough to propagate the falsity that Ethereum is dead. Ethereum dead? Get out of town, Charlie Brown. Both of these cryptocurrencies are not only alive as well, but are blazing the pathway. You may not see it now in the market value, but that's all going to catch up. Dogecoin is extremely undervalued, and it's only a matter of time before that market value catches up to the reality of what we know here today, and that is why foresight, the people with the foresight, the people with the sturdiness to grit through their investment, to believe in the investment that they stepped forward on with that foresight, are the ones that win in the end, are the big winners in the end, the ones that get rewarded. Okay, folks? If making a lot of money in cryptocurrency was easy breezy, everybody would be a millionaire. But the fact is, it takes guts. It takes research. It takes foresight. It takes keeping your ear to the rail. It takes keeping yourself abreast to new information. And what do we know? That's what all of us are doing here. That's why all of us nerd out every day on this stuff. We're looking for new information. We're looking for new technological advancements. We're looking for new tweets and new hints of data to lead us in different the directions that make sense for our investments, or may not make sense for our investments. But what I can tell you, I haven't been bullish about Doge for so long to put it away now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We took this cryptocurrency out of complete obscurity in 2013 to bring it back to life in very recent history through grassroots support, through absolutely making something out of nothing, essentially, through our enthusiasm, through, yes, sheer dogementum, folks, to ascend it from obscurity into the top 10, folks. Give me a break. We are in it to win it. We are in it to win it. This is ridiculous. People are saying that Doge is down and out. Get out of town. Just get out of my effing face with that stuff. We have taken this coin from absolute obscurity. People thought it was dead. People thought it had a nice little counterculture and nice little meme community going on around it in 2013 and 2014, and then it died out. And then we brought it back to life like Frankenstein on steroids, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we brought it so back to life that the creator of it, my friend Billy Marcus, who swore to never get involved with cryptocurrency again, to swear to never get back involved with this dog money again, because he had experiences that soured him, both in the industry and interpersonally. But he saw how much dogementum, how much positivity, how much community that a new generation was reviving, re-injecting into this project, re-injecting into the community, which was sending historic reverberations throughout the entire cryptocurrency market. So much so that Billy Marcus came back out of nowhere. This is a man who felt so defeated after creating Dogecoin that he sold all his Dogecoin for basic standard living costs, a Honda Civic, a beat up used Honda Civic. Imagine that. The brilliant, humble man Billy Marcus sold all his Dogecoin back in the day. I don't know what the exact timeline was. I imagine it was around 2014, maybe 15. And he thought it was done. Even Billy Marcus thought it was done. But we wouldn't let his dream die. People like Poor Man Trading wouldn't let his dream die. People like Hados wouldn't let his dream die. People like Jason Huffman, Zombie Doge Army, your man Real Deal Steven Steele. We would not let that dream die. And a grassroots movement. People like It's All Risky. People like Matt Wallace. People like Crypto Batman. People like Upshot. People like Matt Davis. We said no. It will not die. We're not only bringing this thing back to life, we're sending it straight up and out of sight. We're going to take it to the top 10 and beyond. We're going to take it to the top 3. This is going to be the most used digital currency on planet Earth. This is going to be the most used, the most transacted current digital currency on the planet. Bitcoin is great. Bitcoin's the OG. There would be no Dogecoin without Bitcoin. But the fact is, there's a hard cap on Bitcoin. It has evolved to be a storage of value, a leverage against fiat, and not much more. And that's okay. We need that. We need that in the market. We need the OG in the market to play its role. And that's the role it's evolved to be. But the cold, hard truth, and the truth that I propagate night after night after night after night, night after night after night after night, is that Bitcoin is dead on arrival in a retail space. Bitcoin is dead on arrival in a retail space. I've made videos about this. I've talked about it time and time again. I keep going and going and going about it, and now more people are waking up to this. And more people are waking up to this. And Gambit, you, sir, can go fuck yourself. There are some people in this space. There are some people in this space, and there are a very minority of them. We get into this habit of purity spiraling where we make perfection enemy of the good. And it causes division. It causes unnecessary division. And then you can find yourself spending more time obsessing about the things that you cause division than the things that you have in common. You spend more time criticizing others, more time becoming almost like a religious zealot by looking for any imperfection in other people in the community, that you end up just kind of defeating the purpose of what this is all about. And then you have to ask yourself at that point, are you really the good guy? Are you really the good guy? I would contend no, you're not the good guy at this point. And anybody that listens to me on a regular basis knows that I've been true to my ethics, I've been true to my convictions, I've been true to my integrity since day one. And I'm not going to take any shit from anyone in that regard. So, guys, here we go. Dogecoin is up about 1.5% for the last hour. It's about up almost 3% for the last day. So this is pretty good. This is the first sign of positive momentum we've seen in a bit. And Ethereum right now is down. It's down 4% for the day and down about 1% from the last hour. And Bitcoin is down 0.5% for the last hour and up about 1% for the last day. So right now, Dogecoin is drumming of its own beat right now. It's moving to its own beat, and it's breaking out from both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And I'm not sure I'd solely attribute that to Elon Musk's latest tweet. I'm not sure if I would attribute it to that because Elon's tweets lately haven't really caused much of a difference in Dogecoin's market value. I think, but they are it's great to have them. Don't be wrong, and it's encouraging to have them. Don't be wrong, but I think Dogecoin coming up a bit right now, outside of Bitcoin, outside of Ethereum. I think it's more of an organic thing happening right now. I think it's more of an organic thing. And Andresito says, let's get Dogecoin over $1. Guys, we are going to get over $1. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Our ascendance to the moon, I've always said, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of when. I love it. I love it. And It's All Risky, I think he's watching now. He or she, we just still don't know if It's All Risky, he or she, but I think they're watching now. That person has given me a few clues, more than a few clues in the past, to suggest that they do watch this show. And Elon, It's All Risky tweeted this out. Elon Musk is reaffirming what we already knew. Bitcoin and Ethereum are slow, clunky, and expensive. The latest Doge updates will position Doge as the most efficient cryptocurrency, fast, cheap, and for the people. Plus, Doge has memes and dogs. Get ready, hashtag Dogecoin standard. And that was It's All Risky's response to Elon's last tweet about Doge in relation to its technical development up against Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's All Risky has a way with words. It's All Risky has a really nice way with words. I've always contended that I think It's All Risky is likely has a strong background in journalism. Likely has a strong background in journalism. I don't know how else to explain their smooth wordsmithery. I know that's not a word. But let me just say this one more time. Elon Musk is reaffirming what we already knew. Bitcoin and Ethereum are slow, chunky, and expensive. The latest Doge updates will position Doge as the most efficient cryptocurrency, fast, cheap, and for the people. Plus, Doge has memes and dogs. Get ready for the Dogecoin standard. I couldn't have said it better myself. And it essentially is what I was saying at the top of the program for about 20 minutes in different kinds of ways. But I think it was really well said. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Zombie Doge Army says, my guess is It's All Risky is Grimes. That would be the surprise of the year. That would be the surprise of the year. Ross Nickel, Doge Architect. Indeed. I had Ross Nickel on this program, and we had a talk for about 2 hours, he and I. He's just such a great guy. And he has recently asked me to be on one of his Twitter streams. And so I will be looking forward to that. We haven't agreed on a date yet. Not his Twitter streams, but his Twitch streams. Sorry. But I will keep you guys abreast of that. We just broke 22 cents. Well, let's just get a chart on here. How about that, folks? Let's just get a chart on here. All right. Just hold on, guys. I'm going to get us a chart, get us some green, get us some red candles. We can just take a look at what's going on. And let's go to the secondary. Let me just move a few things around here. Just give me a moment, folks. Just give me a moment. There we go. We not only broke 22 cents, we were at 22 cents and a quarter right now. So pretty good. In the words of Larry David, pretty good. I love it. I love it. A few of you guys got some Beavis and Butthead humor going on in the chat. Yes, we are going over $1. I can't tell you when, but I know it's going to happen. Actually, my frequent co-host Nick Balls contends that we'll still be going to $1 by the end of the year. And he does spend a pretty good amount of time on technical analysis, arguably more than me. So I'm not sure we're going to get to $1 by the end of the year, but then again, it wouldn't surprise me, folks. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm certainly not taking off the table. There are so many variables in play here that could put Dogecoin on steroids really quickly. And obviously, one of those things would be a major announcement of a Tesla merging with Dogecoin as a means for one of its accepted currencies. This is something I believe Elon has made abundantly clear through several different hints and tweets. And when he tweeted out that meme the other day that said, get as many, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, get as many coins while you can. People interpret that a number of ways. Some people interpreted that to mean get as many different cryptocurrencies as you can. I don't think he meant that. I think the most likely scenario was that he was talking about, a future wherein Dogecoin is an accepted form of currency with Tesla. And I think that once he announces that, I think a lot of very well-moneyed people will ape in and jump in on Dogecoin, ascending this thing next level style. So it's just a matter of time on that, folks. Guys are just tuning in. My name is Steele. You are listening to a special after hours edition of Steele Live. I would encourage you to subscribe if you haven't been yet, and feel free to mix it up in the chat. Almost everybody in the chat, with the occasional troll now and again, is very nice here. We've got a great community. Don't be shy. Feel free to mix it up in the chat. Say hi to folks. We got a really welcoming community here. No one's going to bite. So, yeah, I encourage you to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. If you've got any questions or comments for me, feel free to hit them up in the chat. And obviously, you can super chat, and that's hugely appreciated for my time and efforts, guys. Dylan says some big buying happened in the moment, and that is what I'm seeing on my end, too. Just a lot of volume, a lot of buying and selling going on at the time, but things are pretty active right now. And around now, I believe, is in when the Asian markets really start kicking in as well. Right about now. Could we see another Elon tweet tonight? I believe it's entirely possible. But we shall see. Is Elon watching this program right now? It's entirely possible, but highly unlikely. But it's entirely possible. It was just a few weeks ago that Elon inspired a German Tesla taxi company to enable Dogecoin payments, which was really cool. And I think the reason why I bring this story up again now is because I think this is just one of those kind of prophetic signs of the future. So there's this German taxi-based firm that only uses Tesla cars, and it made an announcement on Reddit, of all places, that the company had become the first taxi company to accept Dogecoin as payment. And the company's owner explained that the decision was initially just a cool marketing idea for business. However, the original Reddit post started trending so wildly, leading more and more people to wanting to actually use Dogecoin for their services. And this is another thing that we've seen time and time again. It is something in the business world they call proof of concept. Proof of concept. And that is what Mark Cuban started to see. That's what Elon Musk obviously sees, that potential. He gets it. And others as well. I'm not trying to just limit this to Elon or Mark Cuban. But we have seen a level of adoption with Dogecoin that we really haven't seen in the retail space anyway from any other cryptocurrency. We've seen adoption. And furthermore, people actually spend their dog money. People actually spend their Dogecoin. And that's another thing. It's important for those of you who are bullish on Dogecoin. If you see a business that announces that they accept Dogecoin, tweet at them, reach out to them, send them a message saying, good job, I support you, let me know. And if they let me know how I can help, maybe just retweet them. And if it's a product that they sell that they can mail out to you, order a little something, pay for it in Dogecoin. I've done it a few times now. The two best things you can do with your Dogecoin, in my opinion, is hold it and spend it. Hold it and spend it. Spending it is a very important part of the journey to establish its sustainability and legitimacy long term. Cray Cray Astro Spray, the first super chat of the night on the late stream, on the after hours. Oh, actually second, because Esteban, my friend who's in Turkey, he gave one of their super chat. Cray Cray Astro Spray for $2 super chat. Thank you. I'm waiting for your green juice recipe. My green juice recipe is pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. I can tell it to you right now, but I don't think I can get into all the ratios yet. I probably have to message that to you. Okay, but my green juice recipe is this. Its base is green apples, Granny Smith apples, cucumber, celery, kale, lemon, and ginger. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? And that to me has a really great detoxing effect and uplifting, energetic effect. It's kind of my medicine right now, given my current health problem, my current health situation. It's my medicine. And it really does help. It really does help. Poor Man Trading says, I made a kale, beet, spinach, and almond juice earlier tonight. And almond juice? You mix that stuff with almonds? I don't know if that sounds good, mixing that with almonds, but it could. It could. Love this time feeling before the Doge rockets are ready. Those green candles. Let's go. Folks, those of you who have been following me for any substantial period of time knows that I have spent hours broadcasting, encouraging, uplifting folks in regards to Dogecoin before it was cool, before it was a thing. when it trades sideways indefinitely, when it's down in the dumps, you know your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, has gotten on these waves night and night again, encouraging y'all to keep the faith. How many of you been with me long enough to know that that's the deal? Zombie Doge Army, $5 super chat. I love it. Thank you, Zombie Doge Army. Robinhood wallets can't spend till then. Come on, Vlad, win wallets. Oh, I know it. I feel your frustration. I actually made a meme, Zombie Doge Army, where I had a skeleton in front of a computer with its mouth open that said something to the effect. I made the meme, and the text I put on it was, in the year 2042, Robinhood finally releases its crypto wallets. But seriously though, Zombie Doge Army, Dogecoin is such a significant chunk of Robinhood's revenue that they can't afford not to give us their wallets. Vlad's a smart guy. They're not stupid. They know that the wallets are a top desire and a top priority for most Dogecoin investors. And they also know that Dogecoin is heads and tails above all the other cryptocurrencies combined as far as how much they make off of their Dogecoin trades. So I do think that they are going to fulfill their word on that. From talking to a few experienced developers, they also have told me that this is a very laborious process as far as on the technical end of it. So this is something, even though it's frustrating, of course, we want them now. We want to make sure it gets done right rather than gets done fast, right? So that people are actually able to effectively use their wallets. So we'll see, but I think that Robinhood is going to come through on those. Batman versus Deadpool, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. BVD just got home from work. Time to make another Granny Smith apple lemonade. Also, enjoying these tasty dips. I hear you, my friend. I love tasty dips. So thank you again, my friend, and glad you got off work and just make your Granny Smith apple lemonade and kick up your feet and just listen to the show, my friend. Speaking of tasty dips, I'm lactose intolerant, but they came out with these dips in the grocery store that are pretty recent development, all natural ingredients that are like, are the equivalent of like dairy-free cheese dips and the equivalent of like dairy-free like buffalo dips. They're really good for like dipping vegetables in or tortilla chips in, and they're based on like pureed like cauliflower with like almond something and natural flavoring. And all I can say, I know it sounds weird, but it actually, they're super rich and tasty. And actually, the queso flavor one actually tastes like a cheese dip. It really does. It's actually really tasty. So I've been eating that with some veggies lately, and I love it. I love it. Robinhood got me started in all this madness. You know, most new investors initially gravitate to Robinhood, and that's okay. That's all right. You know, that's why we want to pull for Robinhood. As much criticism as I've given Robinhood, as much criticism as I've given Vlad over a period of time, he has been making some really strident efforts. Now, I'm not putting him off of, I'm not letting him off the hook. I still don't entirely trust Robinhood or Vlad, especially for their participation in what I had perceived to be a certain level of market manipulation due to having liquidity issues in the past regarding Dogecoin and a few other things. But I will say this, at the same time, Dogecoin wouldn't be where it was today if it wasn't for Robinhood, because Robinhood is really the first giant exchange to take on Dogecoin and believe in it. So at the same time, it's you got to give it up for them for that. You got to give it up for them. Cray Cray Astro Spray coming in with another $2 super chat. She says, blender or juicer? I juice it, baby. I juice it, especially since I'm dealing with a chronic illness. So the less burden it puts on my digestive system and the more dense nutrition I can put into it, the better, the better. So, yeah, but just depends what you can blend all those things I told you together and add some water and some ice cubes. And that would taste really good too. But it's obviously going to be a more textured experience. Holy cow. Luminal 4D coming in big with a $50 super chat. I love it. Not expecting that in this late hour. I really appreciate that so much. It's super chats like that allow me to spend as much time on this and devote it to content creation that I do. It keeps me in the game and allows me to spend as much time on this as I do. And I love being able to bring this stuff to you guys. I love being able to support the Dogecoin community as much as I do. I love staying on top of this stuff as much as I do. So thank you so much, Liminal 4D, for that. I really appreciate that. They said strong as steel and putting in the work. Thanks for the awesome shows to the moon. Thank you so much. And thank you again. I just can't thank you enough. That's super generous and kind of you. I love it. To the moon. We are ascending together, my friends. Like I always say, you can't ride the rocket until you ride the tiger. And right now we're still kind of riding the tiger. But if you can show yourself dedicated to riding out that tiger, then you're ready to ride the rocket, my friend. Jason Huffman, my man, longtime supporter since the beginning. Generous $20 super chat. Wow. Thank you for that. No question. Just wanted to give some money for your time. Thank you so much, Jason. It's so great to hear from you. And thank you for supporting me since the start. And again, Liminal, thank you so much for your generous super chat. Hugely appreciated. Hugely appreciated. Let's see. Sound God, can we get a 15-minute chart? And Robinhood is corrupt. Yeah, to a degree, Robinhood is corrupt. Oh, yeah, I have the 1 day chart on there. Do you guys want the 15-minute or the 1 minute? Here's the 1 minute. Wow, does that look a lot more attractive, doesn't it? Thank you for telling me. Honestly, I didn't even realize that the 1 day charting was up. But now that we got the 1 minute chart is up, now we have a nice ascendance. Look at what's going on here. We were at 22.5 cents. This is the most movement we've seen in a couple days from Dogecoin for sure. We are on a nice trajectory, and I love it. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. Look at this. You guys are killing it tonight. Amazing. Amazing. Batman versus Deadpool coming in at $19.99. Thank you, BVD. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I love that Asian Shiba Inu waving the flag. Number one. We're number one. We're number one. Speaking of which, can Dogecoin get to number one someday? Is it possible? Is it even in the cards? Is it something that we could even, is it even possible? Well, I'm here to tell you, folks, I think it's a stretch from number one, but I do think it's possible. I certainly think the number three positioning for Dogecoin, I think that is inevitable over a period of time. And I think number two is definitely possible. And do you know who else feels that way? And I tweeted about it earlier today. I tweeted about it this morning, or rather earlier this afternoon. And my friend Billy Marcus weighed in, making that very point. And what did I tweet out? You may be asking yourselves, what did I tweet out? Well, I said this earlier this evening. I said, I still contend that Dogecoin will eventually be number three, if not number two market cap. RT, if you agree. And lots of people liked it and retweeted it. And shortly after I tweeted that out, let me scroll down a little bit. Billy Marcus weighed in and he simply said, Vitalik said so. Vitalik said so. Now, you may be scratching your head. Who's Vitalik? Vitalik is the primary creator of Ethereum. Yes. Vitalik Buterin, I think he might be the youngest billionaire on the planet, said so. What did he say? What did he say? I'll tell you what he said, folks. He said this. It was under a podcast with Lex Friedman. I had actually taken that 3-hour podcast and I had edited down 2.5 minutes of what I felt to be the most prolific, relevant information in relation to the future of Dogecoin. And I took that 2.5 minutes and I edited the different clips and I put them together and I put it up on Twitter. I went to bed and I woke up with it having almost 2,000 likes and a ton of shares, to my shock. And what did it say? What are one of the things it said? One of the questions to Vitalik Buterin in that podcast was this, folks. It was this. Where do you see the future top cryptocurrencies? What do you see them? What order? What was the first thing out of the primary creator of Ethereum's mouth? Well, to my shock and surprise, not in a bad way, it wasn't Ethereum. It was Doge. It was Doge, folks. What? What? Yes, it was Doge. And what did he say? He said, well, for sure, Doge at number 3. For sure, Doge at number 3. And then he paused and then he said, if not number 2. If not number 2. The creator of Ethereum said Dogecoin inevitably number 3, if not number 2. Why would he say that? Folks, why would he say that? If he thinks that Dogecoin could make it to number 2 market cap, who do you think is assumed to be number 1 at that point? Bitcoin? No. This man is thinking long term. Dogecoin at number 2, Ethereum at number 1, our stalwart store of value, Bitcoin at number 3. That's what he's talking about, folks. That's what he's talking about. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Bitcoin dominance isn't going to be indefinitely inevitable. I know that there's so many people in the cryptosphere that have been in the game for a long time, that have been in the game for much longer than most Dogecoin investors. I understand their skepticism. I understand their side-eyeing all of our antics, all of our memes, all of our silliness, all of our goofiness. But folks, humor is marketable. Humor sells. And the thing that Billy created, I was inboxing not too long ago with Billy Marcus. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I shared this. But we are having a laugh at how far Dogecoin has come from something that he created in a day in his underwear in his apartment. And then I laughed and I said in response to Billy about that, I said, but if you didn't create some solid utility along with this super memeable, humorous movement, we wouldn't be talking right now. And he laughed. And he acknowledged that that's correct. He acknowledged that that's correct because what is Dogecoin? Dogecoin is fun. It's humorous. It's a little weird. And it has strong utility. It's the marriage of all these things together. It's based on in part the templates of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and something that was called Lucky Coin. And something that was called Lucky Coin. And so templating all of these things with a few at what is seen at the time were minor tweaks of differences have proven over a long period of time to be very significant tweaks. And that is how much of them are made, hard cap versus soft cap, transaction speed times, and transaction fees. Folks, again, just to sum up, what most of the rest of the world doesn't know, let alone most of the rest of the crypto world don't know yet, what we know now. Now is the time to get on the train, even at 23 cents right now. Dogecoin is a steal. It's a bargain. Listen. Bitcoin. Check it out, folks. Newsflash. Bitcoin maximalist. I implore you. Please look at this objectively. This is not a slight against Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I'm thankful for Bitcoin. It's the granddaddy. Dogecoin wouldn't be here without Bitcoin, without its blockchain and its development, respectively. But the fact is, no one is buying anything with Bitcoin. People aren't going out to the movies and paying for it with Bitcoin. People aren't taking their girlfriends out for sushi and paying for it with Bitcoin. People will never go on a bender with their friends to Florida paid for with Bitcoin. People are not going on vacay in Hawaii and paying for their Ubers and Lyfts in Bitcoin. People are not going to hang out and buy a stuffed pizza in Bitcoin. Although there is record of a man buying a few pizzas with a bunch of Bitcoin many years ago. And they interviewed that man. They asked him, how much do you regret that decision? Obviously, this is when Bitcoin was worth so much significantly less than what it is right now. You know what his answer was? Do you know what his answer was? His answer was something, I'm paraphrasing, something like this. I don't regret it at all. This was part of the process to solidify the longevity of Bitcoin. I played my role. I played my part. And he's right. And that's a really healthy attitude to have about it. And that's why I say now, the two most important things you can do with your Dogecoin is one, hold it, and two, spend it. Poor Man Trading said $11K in Bitcoin for one pizza. Thank you for the clarification on that. Poor Man Trading. I wasn't sure on the details of that. Jay Marty says Bitcoin is gold, Doge is USD, essentially. In the digital world, essentially, that's it. And the way that Dogecoin is structured, and the way it's shaping up, and it seems to be the clear goals of all development regarding it, it's meant to be used as an everyday digital currency for everyday people on an everyday basis for both large and small transactions. Both large and small transactions. Folks, the future is now. The future is wow. Say wow backwards. What does it spell? Wow. Folks, those of you who just walked in, my name is Steven Steele. Some folks call me Real Deal Steven Steele. You are listening to a special after hours edition of Steven Steele Live. I'd like to welcome you to the channel, invite you to join our awesome community. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and join us. Right now, one of our goals is getting dogementum trending. Hashtag dogementum. If you're on Twitter and you haven't already retweeted it, I'm asking you to kindly retweet this or just tweet make your own tweet involving the hashtag dogementum. I'm going to put the link to that tweet in the chat if you haven't already retweeted it. If you have retweeted it, thank you. You've already done your job. Donnie DeVille says, I'm not spending now, just accumulating in those dips. Get those dips, eat those chips. Welcome, Quick Smoker. Yes, folks. Yes, folks. And this is the main reality. The main reality. And the main thing, I've been pounding on the table time and time again. I've made videos about this. I've talked about it at length with my friend Upshot, who will be on this show tomorrow night. Upshot. Don't miss it. It'll be at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, the original Doge father. We're going to talk about the future of Dogecoin, his own coin, Upcoin, and a variety of other things as well. Upshot has become a good friend of mine since I met him, since I first began creating content. We just kind of hit it off right out of the gate. So looking forward to having Upshot on the show tomorrow night. And then also, I'm very pleased to announce another guest who's going to be on within the next 2 weeks. I'm still trying to hammer out a date with her manager, but it is Carol Roth. Who is Carol Roth, you may be asking? She's an author and an entrepreneur, and she's super smart, super talented. She's very into cryptocurrency and the decentralization of finance, etc. And she has recently written an amazing book that I had just finished recently called The War on Small Business, How the Government Used the Pandemic to Crush the Backbone of America. And she is just a very bright, interesting woman. So she is going to be a featured guest on this show within the next couple weeks. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. Then there's another video of me impersonating Upshot. And the only reason why I made that is because somebody through a super chat asked me to imitate Upshot. And so that's how that transpired. And then I also have heard from a few of you that on a recent Upshot show that he impersonated me. And that's how it started. He actually did an impersonation of me before I did an impersonation of him. And I tried to track it down, but I wasn't able to find it. So I still haven't heard it. So tomorrow night, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow night on the show? I'm going to ask Upshot to do an impersonation of me, and then I am going to, in turn, do an impersonation of Upshot. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be super, super funny. Jay Marty, will Baby Doge come out on top as the top Doge sidekick? Can it ride Doge's coattails to success? Good question. There are like a zillion Doge spinoffs right now, all of the BSC tokens. But it seems so at that point, to me, it becomes about who has the strongest community within those Doge spinoffs. From what I'm seeing, hands down, two of them are rising to the top, and all the other ones are falling by the wayside. And the two Doge spinoffs that have risen to the top far and away are Baby Doge and Mini Doge. Both of those cryptocurrencies and communities seem to be doing very well. Particularly Mini Doge right now, but that could change. And so will they? Someone's asking me, will they ride out? Will they be able to sustain themselves long term? I don't know if either of those are a good investment, guys. Right now, people are making good money on them. My position on BSC tokens, and if you want to invest in these Doge spinoffs, I'm not against it. What's most important to me is that investors just know what they're getting themselves into. Just understand the moment you start investing in BSC tokens, for the most part, you are entering a foray into high risk, high reward markets. Okay. So, and then again, one of the main reasons why I don't put a Some people may get a little frustrated with me that I don't have more of a hardline position against BSCs. But folks, I got to be honest with you. I've had several of my viewers contact me about the astronomical personal financial success they have been able to have through some of these BSC tokens. One of them is Johnny Ibarra. Johnny Ibarra has been a viewer of mine since I first began streaming and barking about a Dogecoin into my phone on Twitter live. And he is now a baby Dogecoin millionaire. Okay, he's holding over $1 million worth of baby Doge right now as we speak, while laying in a hospital bed. So, talk about someone that really needs the money right now, and he really did. And so this was the baby Dogecoin investments that he made happened to work out for him. Again, high risk, high reward. He happened to be a beneficiary of that high reward, and I'm so happy for him because he's such a great guy, and it really helps him in his time of need. And who am I to rob people of those experiences? Okay, who am I? But I will say this: he also had attributed his success to me, which was very humbling. He said, "You helped me get into crypto. You helped me be enthusiastic about it. You helped me get me so involved with it that led to where I am now," which is awesome to hear, which is fantastic to hear. I will say, all that aside, guys, Dogecoin is my main bag. Dogecoin for me is an excellent long-term investment with excellent utility. These spin-offs are nice, can be nice. You can make some decent money, but just don't be afraid to sell when the profits are there. Don't be afraid to sell when the profits are there, folks. And then also keep in mind, utility is kind of light on the BSCs, most of them. Most of the BSCs don't really offer much in terms of utility. So when we look for good long-term investments, we usually also want to look for cryptocurrencies that solve problems, that have some solid utility involved with that, usually anyway. So I hope that helps give you an overall healthy perspective on that stuff. Someone asked, how high is Dogecoin reaching today? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 25 cents. Someone answered less than $1. Someone answered less than $1. I think that's safe to say. Sometimes you can give yourself, sometimes it can be pretty advantageous to just give answers that are so safe that you'll always be right. So safe, you're always right. Wow, it looks like Tiger King coin took a dive. It was up significantly up until about 20 minutes ago. So we'll see if it makes a rebound. Obviously, I think a big whale sold off there. I'd have to go into the detailings of that. But again, this is another example. I'm not against people investing in Tiger King coin or whatever, but just keep in mind these are high risk, high reward situations with lower volume, high volatility. So what does that mean? That means when somebody injects, let's say you take a coin, currently the market cap size of a Tiger coin. If an investor were to inject $200,000 into it, for example, that has very significant impacts on the market value of that coin for all its investors, which is really exciting, right? A big baller comes in, puts 200 grand into it, and you see a sharp increase in the market value. Conversely, if you saw someone put in a $200,000 investment into Dogecoin suddenly, you really wouldn't see much. You really wouldn't see much in terms of how it would look in your wallet personally as an investor, because we are talking about a top 10 market cap coin, in which case you're just talking about more volume, a lot more money. So it takes a lot more money to move that market. You understand? So it takes a lot less money to move a market like something from Tiger King coin. The downside of that, so that's the upside of it, right? But the downside of that is, conversely, if someone takes out $200,000 investment, it also conversely has a very sharp negative impact on your market value of whatever BSC that may be, whether it's Tiger King coin or, chunky Doge or whatever. What about cat coin? Someone said, well, cat coin is the exclusive cryptocurrency of Carol Baskin. Yes, Carol Baskin is the owner of Catcoin. And I'm not sure how Catcoin is doing. I haven't even really looked into its market value or what its charting looks like. But I know that Carol Baskin came out with a cryptocurrency before Joe Exotic did. But overall, I think Joe Exotic has just a much bigger name behind him. So consequentially, and obviously the work that Matt is involved with that coin is helping boost it higher. But right now we've got Dogecoin just sitting at about just a little bit under 23 cents right now. Overall, if we look at the chart here, we started back here just a little bit over 21 cents since it got on the air, and we just saw some nice healthy upwards trajectory. Then we saw some retracement here. Then we saw, look at all these green candles, like 8 green candles in a row here. Some of them pretty small, but nevertheless. And then an inevitable retracement here, right? And then we just see a little bit of up-down action. And them taking us all the way up to almost 23 cents right here. Just a sliver under 23 cents. Now we're back down in some retracement. A little bit of consolidation here, and now we are resting at 22.66, and I think it's getting ready to ramp up again. Personally, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw 25 cents today. Jason Huffman in with another $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Jason Huffman. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, says. Ha, Carol. Carol Baskin's here, coming with you with another important word about Catcoin. I actually did a Carol Baskin's impersonation you can find on my channel the day and a half ago. It says Carol Baskin, I think it's titled Carol Baskin issues a stern warning for Matt Wallace, which a lot of people seem to get a kick out of. It's getting a lot of views. Well, for me, it's a lot of views. Looks like you guys are doing pretty good on the dogementum tweet. I love it. A lot of dogementum tweets out there. Let's get behind it. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. If you guys haven't tweeted out, retweeted my dogementum tweet, RT it, or just simply tweet anything out with the hashtag dogementum in it, even if it's simply the hashtag dogementum. How do you spell it? DOGEMENTUM. That is dogementum. I love it. So Elon hasn't tweeted anything else out since that Matt Wallace response, but that response was epic. And for those of you who missed it, I covered this towards the beginning of this stream. I'm going to circle back to it now in case you missed it. To me, it's pretty significant. What did Elon say about 2 hours ago now? He said this. In response to Matt Wallace, he said this: Bitcoin and Ethereum are pursuing a multi-layer transaction system, but base layer transaction rate is slow and transaction cost is high. There is merit, in my opinion, to Doge maximizing base layer transaction rate and minimizing transaction cost, with exchange acting as the de facto secondary layer. For those of you who are newer to the space, that all sounded rather confusing, didn't it? So let me simplify it for you. Basically, to translate, this really signals how incredibly bullish that Elon Musk still is about Dogecoin. This signals how incredibly enthusiastic that Elon is about Dogecoin for its long-term trajectory. He is reaffirming that what we already know, as It's All Risky pointed out. I couldn't have said it better myself. Sometimes I feel like It's All Risky might be in my mind. Sometimes I feel like I might be in It's All Risky's mind. But It's All Risky surmised it very perfectly by saying Elon Musk is reaffirming what we already knew. Bitcoin and Ethereum are slow, clunky, and expensive. The latest Doge updates will position Doge as the most efficient cryptocurrency, fast, cheap, and for the people. Plus, Doge has memes and dogs. Get ready for the new Dogecoin standard. Ladies and gentlemen, can you dig it? Can you dig it? Let's see where Dogecoin is now, folks. Let's see where Dogecoin is now. Well, I'll tell you what's up. Tiger King coin is definitely in a big retracement right now, but still doing decently. But Mini Doge has just really shot up. For those of you who are playing around in that, Mini Doge has really shot up, doing really well right now. But the OG, the original, the reason why we're all here, Dogecoin is at 22, about 22 and a half cents. Just to put it in perspective, that's nearly 5% up within the last 24 hours and nearly 4% up over the last hour. So some really nice welcome movement to the DOGE. Steve, Biohazmat says, Steve, how have you bought yourself a Slum Doge billionaire NFT yet? No, I have not. But it sounds to me like you're shilling. I'm not against you shilling the Slumdog Billionaire NFTs yet, but feel free to send me an inbox about it. In fact, even better, feel free to just send me one. Feel free to just send me one, my friend, and so I can have some firsthand experience with it. But it sounds interesting. So can Doge hit a quarter today? I don't see why not. I think it's more than possible. So we got more people jumping on the dogementum train, and I love to see it, guys. I'm seeing a lot of dogementum tweets popping up. And right now, I am looking through all of them. I'm trying to like as many of them as possible. So everybody, let's get Dogementum trending. That's hashtag DOGEMENTUM. That's Dogementum, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it going. And I'm going to push this hashtag for the next couple days, guys. I'm going to stay on it. But I am seeing a lot of Dogementum out there from the community, and I'm seeing it start to reach outside of the community now. Other people are picking up on it. So let's get it going. Let's get it rocking, guys. Dogementum. Hump Deezy putting up the Dogementum. I see ya. Shibatoshi putting up the Dogementum. Lady Doge putting up the Dogementum. I love it. Done an hour ago, going to tweet again later, my man Jason Huffin. Not shilling, just asking, and no, I'm not sending you one. Usually when people bring up stuff I've never heard of in chat, it's because they're involved with the project. Not always, but most of the time. So Doge is kind of in a consolidation little period now. I've been trading kind of sideways at 22.5 cents. And that's fine. That's fine. Overall, guys, the purpose of me going live on a live stream like this is just to generate some excitement and just to let you guys know that we still have lots to be excited about. There is still an incredibly promising future for Dogecoin that almost every cryptocurrency on the planet wish that they had going for their own projects. So why do you think there's a million different Doge spinoffs? It's because they're trying to recapture even a fraction of that magic, a fraction of that community, a fraction of that dogementum that we have created, and in large part created for ourselves. There is a quote, and I forget who the quote is from, but it said, if you find yourself unenthusiastic, wax yourself enthusiastic, and you will soon find yourself being so. And basically what that means, if you find yourself with a severe lack of enthusiasm, don't wait. Don't wait. You don't have to wait for something to happen in your life to make you enthusiastic. You can make yourself enthusiastic. And that's what I like about the Dogecoin movement. There's such a strong grassroots element to this whole thing. A strong grassroots element to this whole thing that has a very you can do it characteristic to it. You can do it. And we can do it, guys. And we can make dogementum happen on our own if enough of us will it to be so. And it then becomes a very infectious thing where that enthusiasm, people love to see the enthusiasm. They love the positivity. They love to be a part of something positive, exciting, and funny and fun. All of these things we offer in the Dogecoin community, and that's what gets new investors in. That's what gets people revived. That's what gets people excited. That's what gets markets moving. That's what gets market values going. That's what gets people talking, people walking, people excited, people moving, people grooving. You know, keep in mind, folks, Dogecoin for about 2.5 months traded sideways between 4 cents and 6 cents. All right. And then seemingly out of nowhere, we started to see an absolute parabolic rise of the DOGE to the likes of what we never saw before. And what was most curious, what was most interesting about that, it wasn't in the shadow of any particular happening related to Dogecoin. It wasn't in the shadow of any particular blatant pro-Doge tweet or announcement from Elon Musk. It wasn't in the shadows or in the response to some major announcement involving Dogecoin integration with anything. It just started happening. It just started bubbling up. And then that one day we saw it go from 6 cents to 7 cents and then 8.5 cents. Then we knew something very special was happening. And then we shot up to 10 cents. And then we blew past 10, 12, 13, 14, 18, 22, and beyond. Before we knew it, within 48 hours, we had gone from 6 cents to 45 cents. 6 cents to 45 cents. You may be asking yourselves, is it possible for us to do this again? Is it possible for us to do this again? You're damn right it is. It's not only possible, it's inevitable, but we all have to be on board. We all have to decide it. Now listen, folks, whatever you think of Matt Wallace's quirky new trajectory with Tiger Coin, whatever you think of, I don't know, Upshot starting his Upcoin or whatever. Let's not get caught up in our differences. Let's not be perfection to be the enemy of the good. Let's all unite let's all appreciate that we all have a common denominator and a common goal of seeing Dogecoin reach its ultimate potential. Let's not get caught up too much in squabbling amongst each other about some, on the grand scheme of things, are minor differences. We're only hurting ourselves if we spend too much time doing that. Let's not do that. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We all need each other, and when we all are supporting each other and lifting each other up, our limitations, our possibilities, and our potential are absolutely incredible. And they're still untapped, in my opinion. Still untapped. Donnie DeVille says, I watched it hit almost 75 cents. I didn't sell. Me too. I didn't sell a dime. I didn't sell a dime. And why did we sell a dime at the top of nearly 75 cents? Because we see the long-term potential. We believe in the project. I wouldn't recommend that for a lot of projects, but for Dogecoin, it's different. Dogecoin, it's different. And I strongly feel that our future selves will thank us for making that decision, for exercising that persistence, determination, and restraint. Folks, if Elon Musk has not given up on Dogecoin, why are you? If anybody knows about a good business decisions and strategies, it's going to be someone like Elon Musk. Do you think a random Twitter troll knows better than Elon Musk? I don't. This shouldn't even require convincing. This is just basic common sense. Donnie says the force behind Doge is not even imaginable, to be honest. The force behind Doge is not even imaginable, to be honest. Folks, the dogementum is with us. The dogementum will be with us going forward. But we all got to get off our butts and make it happen together, and we can do it. We can do it. Let's see what's going on in chat. Have you seen the gas meme of Elon making his money in 2020? Absolutely mind-blowing. I don't know specifically which meme you're referring, Hados. You should send it to me. You should inbox it to me. I'd be happy to review it while I'm on the air here. I bet if I saw it, then I'd go, oh, that one, yes. Simple Tomato says, I bet I know more about being a tomato than Elon does. Actually, that's, judging by your username, that's quite probable. It's quite probable. Roberto says gold was discovered 44,000 years ago. Crypto was discovered like 10 years ago. Okay. I mean, okay. I think that's true. You might want to expand on what point you're trying to make outside of that. Guys, if you're new here, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe, join our community. We've got an awesome, vibrant community that's growing each and every day. Also, memberships are now available where you can unlock exclusive membership content. You just hit the join button, and you can see the 3 tiers offered of monthly membership. And would love to have you sync up with our vision and be a part of that. Doge is the future. Donnie DeVille says, I agree. I agree. Yeah, back to back. I don't think they planned it that way, but Donnie DeVille says Doge is the future. Hump Deasy says future is Doge. Like Missy Elliott once said, they flipped it and reversed it. It's your feminine flan yet. It's your feminine flan yet. Yeah, Hados, that's a video you sent me. I can't watch a YouTube video while streaming. I'll have to watch it later. I thought you were just going to send me a meme. Yes. So let me see what else we got here. Here's an article from NDTV, and I saw this article reposted on a few other news outlets, and it has this title: What is Elon Musk's deepest desire? Here's what he shared on Twitter. Well, the tech giant is known to disrupt stock market trends with mighty tweets. This meme is a salve and assault over wounds of crypto supporters. I remember this. The meme that Mr. Musk tweeted shows a scene from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter, played by Daniel Radcliffe, is seen before the magical mirror of Erist in a dark corridor of Professor Albus Dumbledore. The headmaster of Hogwarts approaches him to inquire about what he sees in the mirror. Dumbledore tells Harry it shows us nothing more or less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our hearts. Mr. Musk's tweet referred to, but it's safe to assume it was his favorite crypto, Dogecoin. Did you guys see this one? It's a 3-part meme, and the first part of the meme has Harry Potter sitting in front of a mirror and says, "What does this mirror do, Professor?" The professor answers, "It shows us nothing more or less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our hearts." And then the third picture shows the mirror the boy is looking into, Harry Potter, with huge green candles. Nothing but huge green candles. I thought that was pretty cool. And I think anybody that is familiar with recent history of Elon Musk knows what that had to have been referring to, and that is the DOGE. DOGE. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Elon went broke going all in on what he believed in and built. He is now in the top richest humans alive. He launches rockets into space for fun. He believes in Doge. Yes. This is true. You guys, to bet against Dogecoin at this juncture means you are betting against not only Elon Musk, you are betting against Buterin. You're betting against Vitalik Buterin. 2 absolute geniuses. Folks, who would you rather put your money on? A random internet troll, or Elon Musk and Vitalik Buterin? Who do you think knows what's good? Lex C, welcome, Lex. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So Dogecoin is still, we're on the 1-minute chart. It's still kind of stuck at 22, trading sideways, folks. I don't care if this thing goes to 26 cents or 20 cents today. I really don't care. My resolve and my enthusiasm for it will be the same. It'll be the same. For those of you familiar with my material, how many times have I come on a live stream fired up when Dogecoin was doing poorly? How many times? I couldn't even count. And then during the interim, where Dogecoin was trading sideways between 4 and 6 cents for a few months, I came on air night after night, encouraging people to hold their positions, stay strong, stay encouraged. That's where the real money is made. The real money is made when people get bored. The real money is made when you're holding while the rest of the market and the rest of the communities get bored and they get anxious and they start to doubt. While you contend and keep holding your position strong. Whether it's crypto or it's stocks, that's where the real money gets made. That's where the real money gets made, folks. If this was easy, everybody would be rich. If this was easy, everybody would be a crypto millionaire. Your favorite Missy song? It's been so long. I love Missy Elliott, but it's been so long. Let me take a look. I'll tell you momentarily. I'm looking up her discography. I like older Missy. I liked Under Construction quite a bit, and that was in 2002. I think 1997's Super Duper Fly and Under Construction 2002 are my two favorite Missy albums personally. So now I'm going into the track listing names on those two albums. Probably Super Duper Fly, The Rain. I can't stand the rain. I sing that really off tune. That's definitely one of them. I mean, it sounds stereotypical, but Work It. I thought Work It, I know it was a huge hit, but I still think it's an incredible song. I thought Gossip Folks with Ludacris was really good. And then Bring the Pain featuring Method Man. So, yeah, there you go, Hump Deezy. A year ago, we were zeros behind the decimal. Great point. And as my friend Upshot said, who's going to be on the show tonight, when in doubt, zoom out. Guys, I can't push this enough. We are going to get dogementum trending. We're going to get it trending. So keep at it. If you haven't retweeted it, retweet it now. If you're on Twitter and you haven't retweeted it yet, I'm going to pop that link one last time in the chat. We're going to get the hashtag dogementum trending, okay? I'm going to pop that link in the chat one last time. Donnie says, I'm confident where Doge is going, and I buy when I can. It's a long-term holding for me. It's a long-term holding for me. You're not alone, my friend. You're not alone, my friend. Especially in this community. Especially this community. All right, folks. It's about 5 a.m. here. 5 a.m. How you guys feeling? If you got any more questions for me, feel free to shoot them out. Got any more comments or questions? Feel free to shoot them out. I've gotten everything off my chest that I wanted to get off here on this show tonight. I'll stick around for a few minutes longer. If you got any more questions or comments you guys want to express, I will read them out loud, whether you super chat them or not. Donnie says, I wish I would have bought Doge a year ago. No kidding. Me too, my friend. Me too. My first position was at 2 cents. And obviously, I wish I would have went all in on 2 cents, but I did not. That's just when I bought my first bag. I bought my first bag at 2 cents, and then I kept buying additionally anywhere from 2 cents to 30 cents, really, that I bought. 2 cents to 28 cents, I believe. This is why I love the Steven Steele community. We are all on the same page. That's right. We're all on the same page. And guys, we got to support each other. And we just want success. I want success for everybody in this space. And I don't care if you get lots of success from Dogecoin or another coin. I'm just happy to see it. I want success for this community. I want success for each and every one of you. But unity and coming together is extraordinarily powerful. All right, gang. Well, it's about 5 a.m. here. This was just awesome, an awesome time. It was great hanging out with you guys, great being with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you were uplifted. I hope you were encouraged by it. And don't forget, going into tomorrow, 2 things, guys. Listen, 2 things. 2 things going into tomorrow. We are going to keep getting dogementum trending. Ask everybody to retweet and tweet dogementum, hashtag dogementum. We're going to make dogementum happen over the next couple of days and get that trending. Okay? Here at the Steven Steele Live community, we're the ones that are going to make this happen. It's going to continue to reverberate, okay? It's going to continue to reverberate. We're going to get dogementum trending. So 2 things. Between tonight and all the way through tomorrow, the next couple of days, keep getting dogementum trending, number 1. And number 2, Upshot will be my special guest at tomorrow night's show at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Upshot. Do not forget Upshot. The man with the plan. The original Doge father. So don't forget to be here tomorrow night, 9:30 Central Standard Time. It's going to be Umano Amano, your man, Steven Steele, and Upshot. So don't forget that. Guys, thank you so much. This has been fantastic. Thanks for tuning in to the special after hours edition of Steven Steele Live. I'm going to leave you all with the outro. Until next time, this is Steven Steele signing out.